And the sad news over the last few days that rugby league legend Paul Green, who died by suicide in August, had the signs of severe chronic traumatic encephalopathy in his brain, a diagnosis that can only be made after someone has died. It's a condition that's been controversial, and there's a lot more to know about it, and, for example, how bad knocks on the head have to be to cause it. The person who made Paul Green's diagnosis was Associate Professor Michael Buckland, who's head of the Department of Neuropathology at Royal Prince Alfred Hospital in Sydney, and director of the Australian Sports Brain Bank. Welcome to the Health Report, Michael. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy is a very specific set of brain abnormalities because you get one of the proteins that are associated with dementia, not amyloid but the other one, gathering in the brain. Yes, that's correct, it's actually defined pathologically. And that is, as you said, it's the accumulation of abnormally phosphorylated tau, which is located in specific regions around blood vessels, and that really is what defines CTE. Why can't it be diagnosed during life? If it's very specific, why can't a brain scan diagnose it? I think we're working towards that. I think it's important to realize that really, theoretically, any neurodegenerative disease cannot be properly diagnosed without examination of the brain after death. Now, say with Alzheimer's disease, we've had decades of clinical research and validation of sort of clinical criteria to refine that clinical diagnosis, so now it's relatively accurate. But we've only just started to do that with CTE, so we're sort of 30 years behind the clinical criteria for CTE. And now, until recently, in fact even now, it's a diagnosis of association. So you find somebody who was, say, a soldier on the field who was involved with explosions and got neurotrauma that way, or on the sports field, and you find the CTE later on in life. But people have said, well, that's association, it's not cause and effect. But you've recently published a paper with an international group of researchers which suggests you can be pretty